And now let's see how to make your Python program retry to connect to serial after it has failed. Okay, that can be super useful. So basically, when you start the program, so any program where you're gonna connect to the Arduino with serial communication, you can choose what you want to do if the communication is not successfully working. So you can leave it like that, of course, and if it's not working, you're just gonna get an error, and then you need to start the program again. Or you can add a mechanism, okay, just on that line here, to try again if it can't connect. And that's what I'm going to show you here. So how to do that? Well, first, so I'm going to unplug my Arduino. So the Arduino is not connected. Let's see again what error do we have. We have a serial exception here. Okay, so we are going to get this exception. All right, so I'm going to do try with this and then except, and the exception is serial exception. You can use that. Okay, so if you have a serial exception, which means that you have a problem when you connect, which can be, for example, that the board is not connected or that the port is already busy, then instead of exiting the program right now, you're gonna go inside this code to handle the exception. And so what you want to do is that if you reach that, you want to go back to here. And if you want to go back to here, then I'm gonna use a while loop. So let's do while true. I'm gonna put that inside the while loop, of course, with a column here. So while true means that first we're gonna enter this anyway. We're gonna execute this code. If this is successful, which means that we don't have the exception, then in that case, what we want to do is we want to break out of the loop. Okay, so I'm gonna add break. So if this is successful, we directly go after the while loop and we go to time.sleep. And if it is not successful, we are going to get the exception. And in the exception, well, let's print something. Let's say print could not connect to serial, trying again. And let's add, let's say time.sleep 1. So if it's not working, we're going to print something, sleep for 1 second, and then come back to the beginning of the loop. So we try again every 1 second. Okay, I'm just gonna add another print here so we can know directly after we have successfully connected that the connection is okay. So let's say successfully connected to serial. Okay, and that should be it. So now I'm gonna run this code. The Arduino is still disconnected, so you can see what we're gonna have is could not connect to serial, trying again. And now I'm gonna connect the Arduino, the program is still running, and you can see successfully connected to serial. Serial okay, and then we have the application which is starting. I press Ctrl+C to kill the application. Okay, so with this code, it's gonna try again and again and again until the connection can be established. And that can be very useful. We are going to use that actually in the final project of this course. I'm not going to use it in every activity, okay, because that adds a bit of code if we want to just focus on 1 or 2 functionalities. But for the final project, we are going to use that. And actually as an improvement that I'm not going to code here, but you could try to do that, you could try to add a maximum number of tries, okay? Let's say you want to try for maximum 10 times, which means that after 10 seconds, the program is gonna exit anyway. So you could add a mechanism here with another variable that will keep the number of tries and continue to try again until you reach the maximum number of tries.